got the W. Yeah, that's right. It got to be Miami. That's right. Throw that M upside down. Oh yeah, that's right. Cause it's a W when you flip it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yes, we got the win today. Don't get me wrong. At the time, I did not think that we would. I was very kind of nervous until ETN decided to make a blunder. Mess up. Do the little fumble rooski. Give somebody else an opportunity. You know, gave us a couple of strands of some luck on our end. Cause I thought, I thought that it was odd. I felt like with our some of the game plan, but don't get me wrong. At the same time, we was also there, and Tua wasn't also hitting the players that we needed to. And then guess what? In the second half, it flipped. This is I was like in the analysis of the game. I acknowledge that the Jacksonville had a better had a good defense, and I was like, it could give us some problem because I said you had Allen and you had like Armstead, and I was like, those are like especially like big fast dudes that's going to be up in Tua's face a lot with our offensive line, which is sort of to me most of the time the weaker points to me than on like especially the offensive squad, than like tight end sometimes or who's our next set of receivers. Um, but no, I was like, but Tua and Hill kicked it in and Waddle too as well. I was like, we couldn't really get a good run game going. Um, I was like, but that's also to be expected, like I said, because I was like them being more. I was like, I was more scared of Jacksonville up front than their back end. Um, yeah, I was like, but it was stagnant for a while, but it was like nothing that could be done. I felt like they sort of knew what was going to be run. I felt like they knew the plays in a way where I was like, oh, here we go. It's like last year where I was like last year there was a part where I was like, people sort of know what we run. They don't care about that little motion bullshit, nothing like that. Um, but but to be honest, we just stay. I like stayed the ship to the whole point. But I was like, and also the defense. I was like, the first half, I was like, I was like, they getting us. I was like, Ramsey. I was like, all right, we just gave him the contract, and he already done got like cooked on like two or three. I was like, that one in the. I would say that one in the back of the end zone with Thomas. Um, I know. I was like, I know that. I was like, they were talking about Ramsey in that situation. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna put that all on Ramsey because I was like, he was coming across to where I was like, why would Ramsey necessarily go all the way back there when it should be the safety that sort of stay back there in that situation? But hey, he got paid all that money. He's going to get it. Um, but then after that, I was like something clicked where they just got it, where they was able to hunker down and get it going. Nice to see that Phillips is back. I did not think that he would be back already, to be honest. I was like, he was able to get in on it. Um, I was trying to think of the linebacker. I can't think of him right now. But yeah, no, I was like, it's. I'm not gonna say something to like the panic over or nothing like that. Um, but I was like, it does make me. I was like, but it does make me hesitant. But like I said, you have some of the better weapons that can change the whole game in an instant with Hill and Waddle. I'm just like, at some point, does that? I was like, does like something catches up to it? You know, where cause I'm like Jacksonville. The problem is, like, guess what? They was going to go up on us or whatever. We should have probably. I was like, that's a game where it's like, yeah, should have lost, but we was able to get the momentum back. I was like Lawrence. I was like having turnovers and stuff. And I was like, we was able to get back into the game. But I was like, what? But I was like ETN over here with the fumble, and I forgot the other thing that he did that got us a chance. Then I'm like, what happens when we play a team that can also score? Like score. Like, because Jacksonville was they got points, but they wasn't. I was like, and I was like, it wasn't. They're not the ability to like really scored yeah, they're not the team like I'm afraid of. Like I'm like, yes, I'm talking about like the Kansas City Chiefs or I was like, we always have problem with Josh Allen. And I was like, I know we got a different squad this year, but or the Ravens and stuff like that. I'm just saying like team that I know that's going to be able to actually get points anytime they kind of want to, more so than Jacksonville. That's the kind of like that's like, hey, it took them forever, but they got the point somehow. Maybe they get a break or two here, kind of thing. They're just not the offense that's potent enough to have me feel like, oh, we got to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with them. Like how, like basically like the Eagles and Miami game last year, where it was just like it was back and forth until the Eagles got two on us, and then there was nothing that we can really do at that point because I'm like, if you can match up offensively with us, then I'm like, oh, we might be a little bit in a spot. But hopefully we get the run game turned around because I do think that allows everything else to open up. I was like allows to do some more screens and things like that. And I was like, I think it helps with those passes because the pressure from up front. Because I was like, they was in Tua's face where I do think that some of the stuff was not that Tua was like bad. It's just that he couldn't like. Cause I was like, Tua, you gotta treat Tua like a different. You can't treat him like all the other like some of the other quarterbacks. He's the one that needs like be able to step up in the pocket and like launch the ball. And I was like, it does like his arm has gotten like better of how he's like throwing the ball. Cause there's that one that he missed the Tyreekhill going to the opposite sideline, going to the left sideline. That it did look like he threw it, but it didn't. Like he didn't have to. If he was able to like plant and step, we would have had it. But it looked like he was able to just launch it with no problem. And I'm like, okay, that looks different than a lot of few other years where it's just like he's having to launch his whole self into it because he ain't had the arm strength. Where like now I'm like, oh, he got the flick of the wrist with it. And I was like, oh yeah, he cooking it up. He got drug money. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, Dolphins get week 1 win. Good with that. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, how do y'all feel about it? Let me know. Or was you optimistic? Was you on the edge of your seat? Was you over here nail biting? Did you have some thought like, oh, we might lose this game? I'll be honest, I thought we did. But anyway, let me know what you think. Anyway, till then, peace. See, look at that. That's a W. We out.